Hello everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making a Mexican meal, the chicken fajitas, and I'm going to show you how you can use your Epicure products to make that meal in 20 minutes or less. So let's start by making the actual chicken fajitas. So to do that, we're going to use our multi-purpose steamer, which is the biggest one of our steamers. They're made out of a food-grade silicone, so you can be sure that there's no food leaching or any of the plastic components leaching with your food. When you buy one of these, it comes with the multi-purpose tray, which if you're using it together with the multi-purpose steamer, works as a kind of like a stacking mechanism. So you can make your meat on the bottom and your veggies on the top, or your rice on the bottom and your veggies on top, or you can just use it on its own. I made potato chips on this in the microwave in about 2 minutes. So if you're interested in one of these, that's how you use them. Okay, to start off, we are going to make some peppers, and we're going to make them fairly thin and make a little bed for them for the chicken. So to do that, we are going to use the ceramic slicer. Ceramic is a lot sharper than steel and never needs to be sharpened. So this is a really handy tool. And it has little, if you can see that right there, little hooks right like that, so you can hook it into your bowl and make it a little bit more secure as you're using it. But to show you how easy it is to use it, here's a third of a pepper, and we're just going to go like this. See that? And this is how paper thin they come out. And they're so easy and yummy and so fast to make a nice little bed. So once you get to the smaller parts, just keep using the guard that comes with it so you don't cut your fingers. All right, now that we have a nice bed of peppers for our chicken, we're just going to add the chicken right on top of it, right in the steamer. And next we're going to add our seasoning. So we are going to use the fajita seasoning that comes in the Mexican, Good Mexican Real Fast collection, which is everything that you see today comes in that collection. So to do that, I will use our 4-in-1 Spice Spoon, which is one of my favorite products because it has let me get rid of some of my things I had in my drawers before. So all you have to do is with this one is there's a tablespoon, there's a teaspoon, there's half a teaspoon, and then there's a line for a 1/4 teaspoon. So these are all the measurements you will ever need to cook with Epicure. And the best part about them is that they fit into every jar. Especially when you get to the big jars like these ones, it's a little bit more difficult to get your tablespoons in there. So with this one, you never have to worry about making a big mess if you put like just doing it like this, you know. All right, so we're going to add just a little bit over a tablespoon to this to give it a good amount of seasoning. And we're going to take the grip and grab and just give it a good stir to make sure all of the stuff gets seasoning on it. So next we're going to put this in the microwave and let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. Every microwave is a little bit different, so just make sure that when you take it out the first time, you check it quickly, and if it needs to go in for a little bit longer, just pop it in for a bit, like a minute or two, and check it again. All right, so while that is cooking, we are just going to make salsa and guacamole to add to our chicken fajitas. I have already prepped my avocados. This is 2 avocados, and that's all there is. All I'm going to add to it is our guacamole dip mix, which has a ton of flavor, smells delicious, and you really only need this. You don't need much more. If you are somebody who likes your guacamole a little bit more chunky, you can always add some tomatoes or your favorite onions or anything like that. All right, so I added about 2 tablespoons of that, and we'll just give it a quick stir with the dip and spreader right here. So one side has a spoon and one side is more of a spatula kind of idea. Love this tool, really handy. All right, so let's give that a quick mix. Get this in there a little bit. But before we're finished, we're going to add a little bit of lime to it, just to help it prevent getting brown. So to do that, we're going to just cut a lime in half and use our citrus press. This is a 2-in-1 citrus press because this little compartment is for limes, and then if you open it up all the way, this is for lemons. Since they're a little bit different sized, this comes in really handy. And the way that you use this little thing is put the lime with the cut side down so that you get all of the juices in it. So let me show you how easy that is and how much juice you actually get out of it. So there you go, look at that. Best part, it comes out and it turned it inside out. So you get all of the juice in there. Next, we're gonna make our salsa. So this is our ceramic knife, which I am in love with, especially for cutting tomatoes. Again, like I said before, ceramic is sharper than steel. So this will go through our tomato like butter. Look at this. Done. It is so easy to use this, especially with your softer vegetables. Look at that. All right. Just gonna keep cutting this up. All right, here we go. All cut up, and we're gonna put the other half of the lime into this salsa. And then depending on if you want it more saucy, you can always use either canned tomatoes or crushed tomatoes to add to this and just make it a little bit more saucy, so you have a little bit less of a just tomato consistency but more of a sauce consistency. For the spices, there are 2 options, the pico and the poco picante. So if you're somebody who likes it spicy, the poco picante would be your best choice probably. If you're somebody like me who's a little bit more careful with the spices, I suggest the pico. They're both really wonderful. It's just literally the level of spiciness that is different. All right, so we're gonna add, again, about a tablespoon into the salsa mix and give it a good stir. And that is all. That is how easy this is. I love the idea of having fresh salsa whenever I want and make it in the amount that I need, so I don't have a big jar standing in my fridge that I don't eat up for a long time. Okay, so we're ready to eat. Let's put it all together. All right, so when it's coming out of the microwave, just be careful, it can get a little bit warm, and when you're taking off the lid, there's quite a bit of steam. I'm just using my grip and grab. Load up your tortilla shells. Put on guacamole, put on some salsa, everything that you want. If you want to add some cheese, if you want to add sour cream, make it your own. And that's how easy it is to make a good Mexican meal.